What's up, y'all? Welcome to Our Hood Financials. A lot of people have been asking me about different investments and things of that nature, so I figured right now is a good time to speak about them, especially being that it's income tax season coming up. And I know a lot of you have your money counted and spent before you even got it in your pocket. So today we're going to talk about stocks. But before we do, if you're on YouTube, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. That's the only way the word gets out. If you could share it, if you think it's good information, then share it to a friend. So basically, I'm just going to give you basics of stocks, not bonds. I know they usually is mentioned in the same sentence, stocks and bonds, but bonds is something separate. We're going to do, or I'm going to do like maybe like a five video series or podcast series on different ways to invest, especially your income tax money, because I know, again, I know a lot of people, as soon as they get it, they got it and then they go and buy all the things that they want instead of necessities, really. So anyway, stocks, basically how stocks work is a company goes public, and when a company goes public, then they offer shares of their company to the public. So for an example, you're going to see a different prices from Apple to Walmart, to I don't know, from Facebook to, I actually put a list of Robinhood's top 100 companies inside this video that people typically invest in. But with stocks, how it works is the price that you'll see on the side, that's the price that the stock is going for. And you can buy one stock, you can buy two stocks. Usually investment companies like Edward and Jones, Edward and Jones, that's one of your biggest stock companies or investment companies, that they have brokers that will buy and trade for you. Mutual funds is basically something that they say is the safest. People that invest, they used to invest in mutual funds because it's just a collection of different stocks, and usually your investment broker keeps an eye on which ones are doing good, and he buys and trades, and you get an interest on your mutual fund. But me personally, I don't believe in really mutual funds unless I'm getting a decent percentage. If I got some extra money in the bank, and instead of using a savings account to accumulate the money in the bank, then depending on what type of interest I'll get on a mutual fund, I'll stick my money inside a mutual fund and let that grow. So I guess that's just another topic. CDs and all that different stuff. I guess that we'll do something on that later. But so stocks is basically, I've got $4 in my mind, so we'll just use $4. So you can buy shares of a company for $4, and then you become part owner of that company. So if you believe in that company, if you think it's a company that's going to do well in the future, you keep your eye on it. You watch the news, see if something bad's happening. Look at what it's trading for every day. And that's basically what you look to sell it when it's a higher price. Now some people, they buy and sell every day. That's your, I guess, what they call day traders. They just sit there and they watch that stuff every day, buy at a low price, and hopefully when it gets to a high peak during the day, then they'll sell it off. So for an example, I remember when Google first went public, I think they were trading maybe, I think it was 20 something dollars that it went for, and I don't even remember what it's up to right now. Amazon was way cheaper. Now Amazon is 1,000 something a share. So just imagine if you bought maybe 100 shares of a company, if it was $4 or $5, you buy 10 shares or 100 shares, that gives you $400 worth. You spend $400 worth of worth of shares in a company, and then 10 years later, 5 years later, that same $400, you might can sell for maybe 10, 20, $30,000, down the road. So that's typically your stocks. Now what you're seeing in this video, if you see the ones that's marked in green, then that means that they're up. The ones that's in red, that means that they're down. So something happened, things happen in companies where it changes the value of the company or the value in stock. Again, it's about how much you believe in a company or commodities. I failed to say something like that. A lot of people, they invest in milk and orange juice and pork bellies because they look at that like a safer investment, or they just invest in like a Nasdaq or Dow Jones, Standard and Poor. That's just a I don't know what you call it, but it's a place where people list is a big giant, I don't know, stock exchange, I guess, where people put in the comments. I can't think right now of what it's called, but it's a place where a lot of companies list, and you can just invest in that one big thing. And if say for an example the Dow Jones, if they're up for today, then you might have made a profit for today. But I don't suggest that you get into that if you're not already. What I like to do is I look at companies like GoPro. I don't know if you've seen that already. GoPro, I believe that GoPro is going to be it's going to be there for a while. It's cheap right now. So that's like a company that I would invest in and just keep my eye on it and see, watch my stock go up. Or, if it gets down too low, it's not too big of an investment that I'll care if I lose. If I'm only buying, again, like maybe 100 shares of the company and just sitting on it and seeing what happens. If it gets too crazy, then it is what it is. But or if the company goes out of business or whatever, then it is what it is. I'm not worried about that. But Ford, I think right now is a good company. So Ford, Domino's, I think those two are good companies to invest in right now. Ford stock is low. I think is somewhere in the $20 or $30 range. It's listed on inside this video, but the reason why I say that I believe that Ford is a good company right now because they're reinventing their electric cars. So they're trying to be competitive with Tesla. So they have a Mustang 2020 Mustang truck coming out, and it's going to be electric powered. All the details, you can look up all the details about the truck. In general, they already doing stuff and partnering with different companies for their electric vehicles. So I think that they're definitely trying to stay in the game as far as the vehicle manufacturing business goes. Domino's, on the other hand, I really strongly believe that Domino's is one of the smartest fast food, especially pizza chains that's out there. They're investing in all the different technology. They have carts that deliver your food in certain areas. They've been practicing working with the drones, and they're working on robots. They're working on getting autonomous cars that just drive and take the delivery to you, and the back seat will be like an oven. So I mean, that's the type of stuff you want to look at when you're looking at a company and seeing if it's something to invest in. All right, so with all of that said, if you have any more questions about stocks, just put them in the comments or shoot me a message, depending on what platform you watching this or listening to this on. And enjoy your day. Be on the lookout for the next one. Make sure you subscribe and like. Peace.